should be the one that goes for it, rather than the forehand. Because the backhand, you can create angle and you have more power to drive the shuttle flat past the front player, or indeed drive it to the rear court, or lift it indeed, yeah, over the attacking player into the corners of the back. So the backhand should take that. Yeah, positional play. Let's give you some other examples here of how we go in level doubles from defence to attack, or vice versa. If you are receiving serve, you are here, you're a top class player, you'll be nearer to the net, and at least halfway, and your partner should be behind you, here. And incidentally, your partner should be there, whether you are in the same position, whether you are receiving or serving. So, you're receiving. The serve is a flick serve. You go back, and your partner, once you go back to the flick serve, should come forward to rack it up, looking for the net. If the serve is low, you go forward, hopefully play a block, go in to cover the net, your partner stays there. Your partner is here, perhaps steps across, and is the rear court player, waiting for the lift. Okay, now let's look at mixed doubles. Mixed doubles now is where you have a lady playing with a gentleman, and the lady generally covers the front of the court. Because generally the man is the stronger player in terms of physical strength, so he can hit the shuttle harder, and because he's physically more stronger, he can move around the court faster, and generally has greater levels of stamina to be able to cover the rear court. The person covering the mid sides and the rear court, which is the rear court, the man in mixed doubles, requires a greater level of fitness to be able to do that. Speed, strength and fitness, all inextricably linked to each other. So, in mixed doubles, the lady usually covers the front of the court, yeah? And will stay here 1 yard behind the tee when her man is attacking the shuttle with smashes, looking to kill anything loose, but will follow her partner's drop shot. If her man plays a drop shot, she should follow it in and threaten the net. Now the man, after he's played a shot in a given corner, should try to come back to his base, which is a third of the way into the court and in the middle. Yeah? Perhaps slightly over to the weaker backhand side, so that he can steal a march and have a little bit slightly over to the weaker backhand side. He can go around the head, yeah, by going right foot, left foot, and playing around the head, attacking stroke. Now, top class level, you will get ladies that will go back, but they won't stay back for very long, because they cannot. They cannot stay, and no lady, doesn't matter what standard you're playing at, unless the lady is stronger than the opposite man, no lady should stay at the back of the court. Because if she is weaker than the opposition's man, then it's only a matter of time before she's going to lose that rally, and she'll put a shuttle up a weak return, yeah, and therefore lose the rally for her side. So as soon as she possibly can, she should try to play some kind of a smash, yeah, or a drop shot, and go straight into the net. Now, while she's forced to back, and there's only one occasion when the opposition can force the lady in mixed doubles to the back, and that is the serve. So if the opposition serve a flick serve to the opposition lady in mixed doubles, then the man in the mixed doubles formation should come slightly forward, and at this point he's responsible for helping his lady out, yeah, by covering the net at this point. His lady should try to either smash straight or play a drop shot straight and then go straight into the net. And at this point, she will cover any shot that she can reach on her way into her position at the front of the court. And then the man, who has come forward slightly to help her out the net, can then then drop back. And now we're back in the attack of the strongest formation, which is the lady at the front and the man at the back. And that is basic positional play for singles, level doubles and mixed. Thank you. Hi, I'm going to talk to you today about tactics for singles, level doubles and mixed doubles. Singles. As the court is longer than it is wider, I mean it's that for doubles as well, 20 foot by 22, 20 foot wide by 22 foot long. In singles, the main tactic is the exploitation of depth, by finding the gaps in the court with clears. So the spaces behind your opponent are attacked with clears, and that is complemented by exploiting the spaces in front of your opponent with drop shots. So clears and drop shots are the bread and butter shots of singles. The smash should be only used when you feel that you can either win the rally outright, or by playing a smash accurately or powerfully right at your opponent's body, you will get a weak return. In singles, you should clear straight, because that will bypass your opponent, who's more or less in the centre of the court. So straight clears were the order of the day, and straight smashes. Only smash cross court if you're smashing with deception and or power. And that applies on the backhand side of the court as well. You should play your clears and smashes straight, and again only go cross court if you can hit with a lot of power and or deception. Tactics in singles as well. Drop shots, cross-court drop shots. Very, very useful, because there's a lot of gaps around the court. You've got 17 foot width and 22 foot of court of length that one player has got to cover. So a lot of gaps. So cross-court drop shots, there, slicing the shuttle. So you've got deception built in. You're going to bring the shuttle down, it's going to spin very quickly and die very quickly. A slice drop shot will be deceptive and will drop closer to the net. On the forehand side, very useful tool. And on the backhand side, around the head, flipped. Cross-court drop into the corner. And I will cover this in detail on the second video. Special shots, which are the reverse slice. So instead of the normal slice there, now you're hitting across your body with what we call a reverse slice. Extremely deceptive, and the shuttle will drop very, very quickly, drop closer to the net. Right, what other shots can we play then? Well, we should be playing tactically, we should be trying to hit all our overhead shots. And particularly the clear and the drop with deception. So we should try to mask those shots. And the best way to do that is to make the clear and the drop shot look very similar in their preparation and execution. Watch please. Here. Clear. Here. Drop. Yeah? The action of the body and the arm are very, very similar. So it's very difficult for your opponent to pick that up. So you can put the shuttle behind them very quickly, unexpectedly, and put the shuttle in front of them very quickly and unexpectedly with the deception. Okay, now I'm going to talk about tactics in level doubles. In level doubles, you should try to get into an attack formation. That's very important. So therefore, the server should deliver a short serve, a low serve rather than a short serve. Short serve implies that the shuttle will drop before it's gone into the service box. So a low serve that lands just into the service box. And having served that low serve, the server should step in and threaten the net. The partner is behind them. They're waiting for the lift, and slightly, notice my racket foot is on the centre line, so I'm slightly over to the weaker backhand side so that I can attack equally the lift there and there. attack the lift into the backhand with a round the head smash. Footwork is important. Racket foot, non-racket foot wide, back, round the head. Maintain the attack. Keep smashing, and if you can't smash, play a drop shot. If you have an opportunity to smash, your opponents will be defensive. They'll be side by side. So your drop shot should be in the middle of the court, because that will be very unsettling for your opponents. It will cause confusion, because both of them could possibly go for it, or indeed neither of them, thinking that it's the other's shot. So a drop shot into the middle if you can't smash. Don't clear unless you hit a very deceptive and deep attacking clear, or you're playing a clear onto your opponent's backhand side. But at the higher levels, the higher the standard that you go up, the less you must clear, because at the higher levels players are very explosive and very fast, and they get around and attack that shuttle, and it's the pair that attacks that comes out on top, particularly in men's doubles, where the men have a lot of power of smash and movement. Less so in ladies doubles, because the rallies tend to go on a little bit longer, because ladies don't have enough power to get through. The other ladies' defences are well up to the opposition ladies' attack. But in men can smash up to 206 miles an hour, so you've got to be very careful about lifting at the top level. Right, okay. Now, if we're defensive, tactically we should try to get into a attack formation. Our defence has got to be spot on, so we must make sure that we are in a defensive posture, and in fact consider coming back into a deep defence. If our opponents have got a short lift that they're going to smash, then you definitely need to come back, or you're facing a very hard smasher. Bring your defensive base back, further back than mid-court, and that will make the smash much easier to return. Now, another tactic that you could use is playing a lot of shuttles into the middle of the court. The rear court player should play a lot of shots into the middle of the court, drop shots and smashes, because shots played into the middle of the court must come back. It's a principle in badminton called reducing the angles of return. What that means is that if you play shuttles into the middle, they have to come back from the middle, and that will allow your partner at the front to be able to more easily intercept the return and make it difficult for your opponents to get the shuttle away from your partner at the front, reducing the angles of return. It also helps you as well, as the rear court player. You play a smash into the middle, it's likely to come back nearer to your hitting zone than if you play a smash straight, because that can be blocked or lifted straight or driven cross court, well away from you. So consider a good tactic is to play a lot of shuttles into the middle of the court. Now, I'm going to talk lastly about mixed doubles. And mixed doubles is a very, very tactical game. In mixed doubles, the lady's role is pivotal. The lady's role is to kill off anything that is loose, or set her partner up for a smash so that she can then kill off the weak return. So the lady's role, although a lot of ladies consider their role to be supplemental, less important than their man, nothing could be further from the truth. The lady is very important in the mixed doubles game. So the lady should stand with her racket up, actually hold the racket with either a short grip or a mid-racket grip, mid-handle grip, so she's got more control on the racket head. She can play sharper shots with a small backswing and a limited follow-through, so that she can take the shuttles that come into the front of the court much easier. Coming into the court, she doesn't have a lot of time. If they go into the rear court, the man behind has got a lot more time than his lady at the front. Consider having a short grip or a mid-handle grip, and rack it up at the net. Go in when your partner plays a drop shot to threaten the net and try to kill a net return that follows from your partner's drop shot, and come back when the shuttle is lifted to 1 yard behind the tee. Try and intercept shuttles that you can reach, but be careful, ladies. Be careful about taking shuttles that you can't control. A lot of ladies try to take shuttles, they can reach the shuttle, but they can't control it. I'm talking about smashes or drives or pushes slightly beyond their reach. Extend the racket, can't control the shuttle, pop it up in the air, the opposition lady comes in and kills it. Better to leave those for your man who's behind you. He can see that shuttle, and he can control it. He can play the shuttle in front of his body, whereas the lady takes the shuttle behind her. That's why she can't control it. She's going to lose power and accuracy. She's looking there while she's aiming there. So ladies, be careful about taking shuttles slightly beyond your reach. Leave them for the man. Right, what about the man then in mixed doubles? The man's role, as I said, is to play smashes straight if he can't smash very hard, or straight at the opposition lady if he can hit the shuttle very hard, and steep. Variance of trajectory is a very good ploy, a tactic the man can employ to try to unsettle the opponent's defense. A steep smash followed by a flat smash, if the steep smash comes back, can often cause a weak return that either he or his partner can kill off. So the rear court, the man in the rear court should play smashes straight, and if you can hit very hard, smashes straight at the opposition lady down the middle of the court. And that's it, that's basic tactics then for singles, level doubles and mixed. Thank you. Hi, this is the final lesson of this DVD, and in this final lesson I'm going to talk about net play. Now the function of the player, whether in singles or in doubles, in net play is different. In singles, what you're trying to do, you're trying to dominate the net to force the lift. Okay? So let's talk about singles first. If you're playing singles and you find a shuttle coming into your forecourt, try to take it early. Try to take it early and try to play a net return. Take the shuttle and play a net return, and then stay in the forecourt, ready to kill. If the shuttle comes back to the net, then you're in for the kill. If the shuttle is lifted, you turn and go to your rear court to take the lift. So in singles, try to dominate the net, to force the lift, which will then put you in control of the rally. Once your opponent lifts, then you have the full range of shots at your disposal. You can smash, drop or clear. And obviously the one that's most dangerous for your opponent is the one where you go back and smash in singles. Okay, now in singles that's quite simple then, dominate the net. Let's have a look now at doubles. Two types of doubles. You have level doubles and you have mixed doubles. Let's talk about level doubles first. In level doubles, one player will be at the net, one player in the rear court when you are attacking. Okay? So, in an attacking formation, the front player can be here when the shuttle is in the opponent's forecourt, and the front player can be as far back as mid-court when the opponents are lifting to the front player's rear court partner. So in either scenario, this pair are attacking. Okay? So what's the front player's role then in a level double scenario when they, when the opponents lift? The front player's role is quite simple: to kill the shuttle if the shuttle is there to be killed, i.e. it's high. You come in and kill the shuttle. Any loose shuttle kill it down, either into the open space onto the floor or directly at an opposite player, straight into the body of the opponent, and have it killed straight back up again. The golden rule as the front player is rack it up. Rack it up, especially when you're playing doubles, level or mixed. We'll talk about mixed later. Okay, so if you can't kill the shuttle, what should you do? Well, you should try to play a net return. Okay? So take on the opposition's front player. Okay? Actually, when you are attacking, your opponent should be side by side. Yeah? But if you play a shot to the net, okay, then somebody's got to come forward and take it. Now you have both sides in an attacking formation, front and back. So try not to give away a cheap lift. Yeah? Don't lift if you can avoid it. Yeah? Because by lifting, then you give your opponents the opportunity to attack. But if you are forced to lift, then you must immediately go back into a mid-court position, ready to defend your opponent's possible smash. So play a net return. If you are losing the net battle because the opposition's front player is better than you at the net, all is not lost. It doesn't mean you have to lift. You can now play, the second tactic is to play the shuttle as a little push. Okay? Just as that dangerous front player, and in front of the rear court player. Don't forget their front and back. We're talking about both sides in an attack formation, front and back. So if you're losing that battle against a better front player, you can't play a tight net return. A little half-court push past the front player into the side channels so the shuttle lands in the mid-court side areas. Okay? What you're trying to do, you're trying to force the front player to take that shuttle. It's actually the rear court players, but the rear court player can't attack it because it's dropping to below net height. You try to force the rear court player to take it late and lift. Okay, now let's have a look at the front player then. Again, if the front player has to lift, we said go back, must go back to a mid-court position on either side. Lift from here, go back to here. Lift from the right-hand court, go straight back to the middle of the right-hand court. Lift from the middle, then go back clockwise. Okay? Go back to there, top. And your partner should step across into the opposite side court. Right, okay, let's have a look at the front player again. If the rear court player is playing smashes, then the front player should be about a yard behind the front tee. Rack it up and looking to kill anything that's loose. Can't kill it, play a net shot. Can't play a net shot, better front player on the other side, little half-court push. Okay, so that's level doubles then. Let's have a look at mixed doubles. In mixed doubles, you have a player permanently positioned at the front, usually the lady, sometimes can be the man, but invariably it should be the lady. Now, the lady's role in that front player is exactly the same as the front player in level doubles. Because in level doubles it could be the man playing with a man, the lady playing with another lady, or any combination playing a level doubles system. But in mixed doubles, the formation system is for one player permanently at the front, as much as possible at the front. The only time that the opposition can move the front lady, it's usually the ladies, is when they flick serve to her. Okay? Otherwise, there's no other time that they should be able to force the lady in mixed doubles back, except with the serve, the flick serve. So the lady's role again is to kill anything loose at the net, keep her racking up. When the lift comes to the man, she should come back to here, okay? With her racket up, looking to kill. When her partner plays smashes, she should stay there, looking to kill anything, only going into the forecourt if the smash comes back as a block to the net, looking to kill. If her partner plays a drop shot, the lady should follow the drop shot in, looking for anything loose at the net. Killing. kill without hitting the net. Kill. And having killed, rack it straight back up again, just in case it comes back. If it's lifted, come back to 1 yard behind the tee and rack it up. Okay, what else about net play then? Yeah, now, I'll go back to singles again. In singles, lifting to the back of the court is perfectly fine, yeah? Providing you do it with a bit of deception. Okay? What I call a hold and flick situation. You should try to dominate the net, okay? If you can, there, playing it tight. And if you can, spinning net shot, there, spin the shuttle and then look to kill. And in loose, lift comes, go back. But you can lift to the rear court with a hold and flick. What? There. I just held that shuttle just for a split second, and then with a short, sharp action, I sent the shuttle to the rear court and hopefully deceive the opposition singles player that I'm playing against because they think that I'm playing to the net. Similar action. I can play a net shot or a little hold and flick. As I say, in doubles, it's very dangerous to flick, to lift because your opponent, you're just giving away the attack. So try not to, when you're playing doubles, lift. Play a block to the net, soft block, and then look to kill. Look for the net. You should be looking to kill anything that comes back to the net. My demeanour, I'm looking to kill. Bang, kill, and straight back into the ready position. Little block. It doesn't come back to the net, it gets lifted.